Going on live? It's your boy Lyric here with Lassiter Productions, representing OLP. We about to start this interview off with OGDC today. Supposed to do it earlier, but we was having technical difficulties, so we about to try it out again.
Oh, now we working now.
Hey,
We're here now.
what's good, homie?
How are you?
I'm better now. I'm better now.
Nah, I'm already knowing. We just had to take some time from it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, first I want to start out by just apologizing to you and everybody for the delays,
Oh,
technical difficulties. I take all that blame.
no, you good on that? You good on that, man? You know how it is. I already know, man. Come with the game. We just moving forward and we getting it done. You know, that's how we do it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate your patience too, man.
Yeah, for sure. You know how I do it, man. Look, we won't take it that hard to the game, bro. Because at the end of the day, it happens, man. We all busy people and things like that. You know what I'm saying? We just try to get it working. So we here now. You know what I'm saying? That's the blessing right there. So we working for sure.
I like this interview already. We ain't even started.
Hey, we lit. Let's go.
All right, man. First off, we're just gonna start with an introduction. We got OGDC here in the building. If you wanna let people know who you are, who are too familiar with you.
Okay. Well, I'm OGDC. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm 24. I started rapping about a year ago. Actually, January 1st this year, I just started rapping. I don't really just say I rap. I make music. Just because I'm an artist rather than just a rapper. I don't like to be in that box. But other than that, I'm just a cool guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's not me just being in the studio or working or anything like that, I'm on the game with the boys. You see what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to find other ways to get some money out of here. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm just a cool dude. You could find me at OLP. You could find me at different places around the city. Just getting my name out there. Doing shows and things like that. But that's who OGDC is, man. I'm part of OG the campaign. As you know, we got Mac OG. We also got a collective that we got going on with Kilo V5, T Money, and we got some other people that's coming along with it as well. But yeah, we moving. That's who OG is.
Okay, that's dope. That actually ties into my first question. I was gonna ask you, where'd you get the name OGDC or what does it stand for?
Okay, so OG stands for ongoing. So that's pretty much how we pretty much just think of our way of life. We always on go. Like everything that we do, we always moving. You see what I'm saying? Like think of it in the way that how Nipsey Hussle, did the marathon continues. You always got to just
Yeah.
keep going. So pretty much that's kind of like a just a roll off of that. You know what I'm saying? Making it our own. Just like look, we just got to be on go all the time, and that's just pretty much the OG can stand for. A lot of people be like, oh, that's original gangster and stuff like that. Nah, ain't nothing like that. We just always on go. DC is actually a playoff of my first and my middle name. My first name Denard and my middle name Christopher. So that's where the DC came from. So OG DC.
Okay.
You know.
You say you just started rapping about a year ago?
Yeah, January 1st this year on New Year's. Like, my boy has been telling me to rap for a good little time. Mac OG, he been in the game just rapping. He hasn't actually dropped something before, but when he did actually drop something, it was around the same time we both started rapping. But before he started rapping, like in high school, like I got some of my people that went to high school on the live with us right now. They'll vouch. Like Mac was rapping in high school and just letting people know he got bars, but he didn't really put it out there and make no songs. But now it's like they was telling me, yo, go ahead and get in the studio. We used to freestyle all the time. And when we freestyled, it was like, okay, I got some bars and stuff like that. But I ain't really take it too serious. I ain't think like that would be a profession for me. And I don't think that's something I really want to do. I wanted to be on the management side of things because T Money, I used to go to his shows all the time. Like I was actually a big fan and actually a supporter of T Money and also OLP before I even become an artist at OLP. You know what I'm saying? Actually doing shows myself. So those two people just inspired me just to continue to start rapping and just like really go hard at it. And ever since January 1st, bro, I've been going crazy with it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I actually got a chance to see you perform a couple times, man. You be killing that shit.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I just turned up.
Yeah.
I just turned up.
So you was talking about performing and all that. I seen you had a show last night.
Yeah. I had we had a show at the B side, and it's at Culture Lounge on Spring Garden. My homie T Money actually headlined that show last night. So I want to say shout out to T Money. That man killed the whole motherfucking stage, man. Excuse my language. I had to say that, but nah, he definitely killed the stage last night. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had a great opportunity to share the stage with him last night too. We did a few songs that we had together. We actually did a song yesterday that we actually recorded on Tuesday, and we actually performed it on Wednesday. So we did a 2-day back-to-back thing that we never did something like that before, but we wanted to, just show you how versatile we are when it comes to this. So shout out to T Money. He definitely, rocked out yesterday, and we definitely rocked out with him. Next week, next Wednesday at the B-side, since he headlined, I'm actually headlining right after him on November 16th. So if anybody want to go ahead and get a ticket from me or go through my link in the bio, you can go ahead and get tickets. Support goes a long way. If you can't show up, then you could go ahead and show out by getting that link. So, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? We do want to say we going up Friday too now. That's another thing that we're doing. We're going up Friday too. So we got OLP Friday. It is at the Artist Block. So please come out to that as well, because you definitely going to see me there as well. And shout out to everybody that's out there as well too.
We out here putting out work.
Oh, we always do. We always do.
All right, question. Since you fairly new to this rap game, I should say, in your opinion, what's different between recording in the studio and performing?
The crowd.
The crowd.
I would say the crowd, and it's about an energy level for me. You see what I'm saying? When I'm in the studio, I pretty much just really have my boys in the studio, or if I have, a shawty in the studio, I have her in the studio or something like that. But it's just more of just like a crowd thing to me. When I'm in the studio, I got about 4 or 5 people, and if I want to turn it up, I have like 10 if it goes to that point. But if it's like the crowd, when we had like these events, this is small crowds, 20, then you might got a crowd of 100 people. You see what I'm saying? And you could go past that too, but it's just like that's the big change for me, because the fact I don't really like doing crowds. Like even in high school, I wasn't really that big party type of dude. You see what I'm saying? I was really around my homeboys and my girl at the time and things like that. I was just really a homebody with my shawty. But when it come down to making music and actually, having to perform, if I had to choose on which one I'm more comfortable doing, it sounds crazy, but I'm more comfortable performing now than I am in the studio. But I'm so comfortable in the studio. The reason why I say I'm a little bit more comfortable performing now rather than studio is just because of the fact I'm so like, I try to be so versatile. I'm trying to get new, different vibes out of myself. It's to the point where I make myself uncomfortable sometimes in the studio just because I'm trying new things. So I would say my actual like where I'm really definitely comfortable at, and I know where I'm gonna rock out and go crazy, and I'm gonna be on that stage doing that. I'm gonna do the same thing in the studio. So when I drop, y'all gonna hear that too. So for sure.
That's dope. You have a certain process you use when you're making songs or when you go to the studio to lay the track down? Or does it just like come to you?
I write. I'm a writer. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really like freestyling. Freestyling, like I could freestyle. Like that's what really made me start making music is freestyling, because that's why I used to do all the time with the boys. But I'm a writer because I know like when I just take time and just think about what I want to say, sometimes I'll write the song in 15 minutes. Sometimes I'll make the song in 10 minutes. Sometimes I'll write the song and it take me an hour. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like just me taking the time and actually trying to perfect my craft. I'd rather do that than try to go up in the studio and actually like just say something that's on my mind at the time. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do that same thing when I'm writing it down. But I'm just trying to perfect it. I try to be a perfectionist, but sometimes you just can't be that perfectionist all the time. But that's why I try to reach my goal too. I want to shout out a person that's actually in the chat right now is OG Matt. When it comes down to a person that could go into the studio and just lay something down, that's that type of person. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we got different people that's in the collective that we have that could do so many different things. Like T Money, he'll take a person's beat that's from 2000 or 1990 or 1980s, and then next thing you know, he made it his because he just that nice. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we got so many different vibes and different ways to us. And me personally, it's like when I write and just take my time with my perfectionist, it go crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Look, I love that camaraderie I see between y'all too.
Yeah, it's all
Like
love.
first, I thought y'all was like actual group.
Yeah, nah,
Do
so
the things.
yeah. So like pretty much, even me and Mac, we are a campaign, but we're not a group. We're more of a label. You see what I'm saying? So it's like OG Campaign, that's the label. But me and Mac, we just pretty much the only two people that's a part of that label. We own that label. We are the CEOs. We are co-CEOs of that label. You see what I'm saying? So now when it comes down to the collective, well, I can continue to say the collective, that's everybody else that's around that part right there. You see what I'm saying? So for example, we got T Money. He got SOE. We got Kilo V5. He is on independent artist as well. We got Quan, FBE Quan. He is on artist. We got De Lamar. He a part of collective too, because we got collabs with him too. Anybody that work with us and actually support us the way that we, you know what I'm saying, love to support everybody else, you're a part of the collective. But OG the campaign is only two people, and that's me and Mac OG.
Okay. All right. So you say you write your songs basically. What's the longest song? What's the longest time ever it took you to make a song?
I'm gonna be real with you. It never
Some
take
people do
it.
songs in like 10 minutes. Some people take a month.
Yeah, so it never take me over a day to write a song. Never. And my homies could let you know that too. Like anybody say like, yo, get on the verse or something like that, I'm gonna try to do that right then and there. The
Yeah.
only way I would not actually finish a song is if, like, for example, my homies was writing it, you know what I'm saying? Like we all writing it at the same time and everything like that. And somebody had to, you know, go, or we had to do something different and stuff like that. And we ain't finish it then. But me personally, I'm gonna write my verse, I'm gonna write my song within the next 30 minutes. I'll say the longest time it took me to write a song was probably 2 hours. And that was, I would say that's Nico's story. Nico's story was a difficult but quick song for me. When I say it took me 2 hours, it took me 15 minutes to write the lyrics. But then when I thought about it and I would say I want to put it on a song, because it was actually just a poem first. Nico's story was a poem first. So when I said I was going to put it into a song and I'm actually going to try to find an instrumental to do it, when I, you know, got the instrumental and stuff, that was what kind of took some time to, you know, get my lyrics right on the instrumental and stuff like that. Then I laid it down. So I'll say that's two hours that it took for that. But that's the longest time it took me to write. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie to you. If it's not done within like 30 to an hour, then I'm gonna take that extra little time to finish it right then and there. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what's up. Okay. So if not music or rap, then what else would you be doing? I know you say you like the game and this and that. But like as a profession, as a career, is there some other passion you have?
Yeah, I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman. I try to find different type of ways to just get some money out here. So pretty much like if I wasn't like making music, of course I got my job that I, you know, go to. It's like a 9 to 5 type thing. Cause you know, music ain't actually paying the bills. I'm just gonna call it what it is right now. Music ain't paying the bills right now. So for the fact that music ain't paying the bills, I'm a businessman. So I you know, I try to get different type of ways to make money. I get out here and really hustle. So it's like me personally, I would see myself, if it's not music, I would see myself owning different type of businesses, as in like I want my own car company. When I say car company, it's like I want my own dealership. You see what I'm saying? I want my own dealership. I also want to, you know, actually have a trucking company as well. Trucking company has a lot of revenue and it's a longevity type of job. Like think about it. When you going to not see them 16 wheelers on the road? You always gonna see them.
Well,
You always gonna see them. At one point in time, bro, I wanted to be a barber. I went to barber school. I was literally starting to go to barber school and everything like that because I wanted to be a barber. When do you not need a haircut? Things like that. When you think about things like that, it's like you gotta think about longevity. I don't want to have a career where it's like, all right, cool. They could determine what you really gonna do. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, I want to be my own boss. You can't determine what's gonna make my money. I make my money for myself. You see what I'm saying? So pretty much like if music don't pop for me, you're gonna see me have different businesses out here and trying to do things for my community. I'm still an activist in a type of way, you see what I'm saying, of just making sure my community is definitely staying strong, because we got to be building as a community rather than trying to stay for self all the time too. That's why you see me always talk about the collective and the people that we have around us, because it's not just me in here. It's always us. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, real right there. Well, shout out to everybody in the chat. We're gonna have a little segment at the end of this interview where I'm gonna open it up to the chat. They're gonna ask questions, so y'all stay tuned for that. So OGDC, you got any upcoming projects?
All right, so I did drop a project September 23rd. It's called To Be Continued. That's pretty much fairly new, not too old, not too, not too new either. But right now, I ain't gonna lie to you, just to give you a little spiel of what I want to do. For the rest of the year, I'm just gonna be dropping like mad singles. Like since I'm headlining next week at the B side, next week I'm dropping 3 singles on different days. So Monday, y'all can expect a single out of me. It's called Anomaly with my homie FBE QB. We did that in the studio like a week ago, and I just did the cover art for it today. So I'm about to go ahead and submit that, and Monday y'all can go ahead and expect that. Wednesday, I got a song coming out called Go Yard. What's special about that song, in the song I actually mentioned some true things that happened in my life. On the Wednesday, you could catch me rock a mic, but on the Thursday, I got to go catch a flight. I actually, on September 23rd, took a flight to LA when my actual mixtape dropped on September 23rd. And it was with my brother, Mac OG, who was actually in LA when it dropped. So it was like, that's no cap. On the Wednesday, we actually did the mic on the B side, and then we actually took a flight on the next day. And that's why I'm dropping it on another Wednesday, because that's true facts. You see what I'm saying? So we could go past that, and then also Friday I got something else dropping. That's with my homie T Money, the one I told you. We got the one that we just did in the studio Tuesday, then we performed it Wednesday. That's what we about to drop on Friday. So that's called Sony. That's to be continued as well. So we got Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 drops, 3 different songs, 3 different days.
Okay.
All next week.
Speaking of future, is there anybody outside your camp that you would look forward to working with in the future?
Yeah, just starting off with some people that's at the OLP. I definitely want to work with G Santana. Kush is a part of the collective in a way, but I definitely want to work with Kush, because Kush go crazy. And I know Kush be having bars and everything like that, and he be having his, his lane of music and things like that, but Kush is mad different, and I definitely want to tap in with him. To kind of throw people off a little bit, I do want to work with Jaded. I definitely want to work with Jada just because her energy and how she come off is like, we need that in our community too. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's the type of energy that I love as well. Somebody else that I want to work with. Shout out to BC Big Clay. I definitely would like to work with him. Shout out Real Divine Skills. I definitely talked to him about working. Jay Stone. There's so many people. I really don't want to leave people names out, because honestly, I'm really willing to work with anybody, just because of the fact, me personally, we all trying to get our names out there. So it's like I'm on the same level as everybody else. If you got bars, if you actually know how to sing, if you got some type of talent that you could put on the mic, or even what you do, I'm willing to work. I'm always working. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm always working. We about to hit a studio session up in the next few days too. So like, we always working.
What's up? That's what's up. Shout out to all them shout out to all them artists too. They all dope.
For sure.
Well, shit, we're gonna take this time, open it up to the chat. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and send them in.
I know somebody got a question.
Well, I'm sure they do.
All right, so before the questions come in, I got a question for you. I like to do this on every interview that I do, just because of the fact it's like, I love being interviewed, but I like to actually interview people as well. So when it comes down to OLP, what inspired you to be a part of that collective? What inspires you to do it?
What inspired me to be a part of OLP?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I had been doing music and all that for a while, and I kind of fell off. I was doing the fiance life, this and that.
Mm.
And I didn't pan out, so I took the music route again, got back into the music. And then it was like perfect timing. At that time, I was on Instagram, seeing they was looking for some new members and all that.
Mm.
So I hit them up and had a meeting with them, and everything just seemed like it was perfect.
Mm. Okay. Perfect. So to actually feed off of what you just said, you said something about perfect timing. I actually got a song that's called Perfect Timing.
Yeah, some things you can't plan, it just happens.
You know what? Since we on OLP's live interview, since we are actually having an event tomorrow at OLP, and we just said something about perfect timing, I never performed that song ever. Never performed that song. It did drop on all platforms. I'm actually gonna perform that tomorrow for y'all. since you said perfect timing. So when you out there tomorrow and you hear the song that I perform, just know that it's inspired by this interview right here. So I'm gonna perform perfect timing tomorrow. So this is kind of like pretty much set in stone. That's what I'm performing, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Me personally, I never know what I'm performing when I'm out there. Like it comes within the next like 4 to 5 minutes before I go up. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this song. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going ahead and perform perfect timing tomorrow night when we at OLP then.
I appreciate the love.
So
Let's see what we got. Says, you feel like you have to experience life a little bit before you start writing, or is it an everyday thing?
it's a every I'm gonna say both. And the reason why I'm gonna say both, because one leads into another. Every day you are dealing with the life that you go through. You see what I'm saying? Every day is something new. You say you might wake up, your stomach hurting. You might wake up, you know what I'm saying, somebody then pissed you off, sent that wrong message and you didn't want to wake up to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm inspired to write on anything that I go through in daily life. And also I do experience life to be able to write. Like, for example, in my songs, I do talk about me going to LA because I manifested that. Before I even went to LA, I was talking about me going to LA. In the song "To Be Continued" with my homie Mac OG, I said we literally making moves in LA. I feel like AD, but not no jumper crew. We actually went to Melrose and made sure we seen how the old jumper was and everything like that. It's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, me, I manifest everything that I do. So it's off the energy that I feel at the time when I want to write. If I want to write about something I just did 2 weeks ago and it was a great energy and that's what I want to do, I'm gonna talk about it. But if I got a situation where I'm a little pissed off and I don't feel like messing with nobody right now, I might talk about that too. So it's just about whatever comes to my head at the time. So it's a little bit of both. I could say it's both.
Okay. Branching off that, is there any advice you can give people that get discouraged from life and they want to take the music route or do this and do that, but they get discouraged with their everyday life that holds them back from accomplishing what they want to accomplish?
Yeah, just stay true to yourself. Just stay true to yourself, because you are the person that you want to be. You just got to find it within yourself. You can't worry about what everybody else is saying about it. You see what I'm saying? Whatever your decision was that put you in your position that you win, or decision that you're trying to make to get you out of the position that you win. You just got to keep going no matter what. And pretty much it's like everybody like to say, yeah, just keep going. But it's a little bit deeper than that, because it's like, yeah, you're trying to find pretty much motivation out of everybody else, but can you find motivation within yourself to get up every morning and keep going? You see what I'm saying? That's what it really starts off with. If you can't find it within yourself, nobody's gonna do it for you. So I would say stay true to yourself and just keep understanding that you are the person to get you out of the position that you in. And don't feel bad about the position you in. To be honest with you, we go through it all. I dealt with it, you dealt with it, everybody deals with it, you see what I'm saying? So it's not only you. And sometimes you do need that extra hand, might have to talk to a homie, might have to talk to your girl and be like, yo, I'm going through this. Or she might tell you, like, look, I've been going through that too. But at the end of the day, you got to find it within yourself, though. So definitely just find it within yourself and just go hard.
I asked that because I dealt with that in the past and it was kind of hard to overcome. But like you said, once you just keep going and overcome it, you know that you could have did it back in the past. It was always there. You just have to find it within yourself.
Everything is a learning experience. Like, shout out to my homie Matt, because he got a song, and I'm not gonna say too much about the song. I ain't even gonna say the song name, but in the song he just said, like, I took two L's, put them together, and made them W's. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta learn from every, and that's what I'm saying. Mac is crazy with it, but it's just like you gotta live by that. You see what I'm saying? And also he got another song that I played off of his song too, and I put a little bit of this in my song too. He was like, "It's you versus you, so step the fuck up." Come on now, it's you versus you. You can't worry about what the next man is doing. You can't worry about what they showing up on the TV. Everybody wants this lifestyle that the TV is showing, but you're not knowing what they're going through. You don't know if they're really happy behind that $1 million that they claim that they have in their bank account. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta stay true to yourself and understand that you are who you are. If you're a king, show that you're a king. Step up and go ahead and show that you are who you are. But if you want to be a person that just stay down and, you know what I'm saying, feel bad for yourself, you're gonna stay in that spot. That's just how life works. So manifest it and keep going.
Right there. So anybody else in the chat got any questions? This would be the time right here. While we waiting, did you want to shout anybody out?
Yeah, man. Shout out to his name on Instagram is Doper Than Narcotics. But shout out to my homie Kush, man. Like I told Lyric, I definitely want to work with you, Brody, because you know you definitely hard, and I've been supporting you for the longest. And ever since I started rapping, he definitely been supporting me. Like anything I tell, bro, like he's really on it. Like honestly, there was let's talk about this. Since I'm performing Perfect Timing, I actually mentioned Kush in the song. I mentioned Kush in the song. I mentioned T Money in the song. I mentioned Mac in the song. I mentioned all my boys in the song just because this is perfect timing. You see what I'm saying? So honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, not to toot my own horn, but Lyric, you're gonna feel motivated when I perform the song tomorrow. Just because of the fact you're gonna understand. Look, I'm just gonna give you a little insight of it. It's exercising, just steady minding my own biz, got to get the grind and seeing green on the meter when I shoot my shot. This here, just perfect timing. You see what I'm saying? That's the chorus right there. You just minding your own business, getting to the green. Now you saying perfect time. You see what I'm saying? So, long story short, everything is just perfect time. And shout out to the whole collective. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's OLP. Shout out to the B-side. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. I'm not gonna try to leave nobody out, because if I try to start saying names, everybody's gonna get left out. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I think we got another question. What you say?
Money said, how do you go about your beat selection?
Oh, so it's about how I'm feeling at the time. So it's like it's kind of crazy because I don't actually ever know what beat I want before I actually, you know what I'm saying, think about, all right, let me look up some beats, or let me look through my email and see what beats I've been sent and stuff like that. So honestly, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, let's just hear a few beats. I'll go to YouTube, or I'll go to, you know, my beat selection in my email. And shout out to the people that's on. See, a lot of people get mad at people that use YouTube beats. You got to know how to use YouTube beats. I'm going to give a little gem. All right. So when you're using a YouTube beat, if you're not going through BeatStars, if you're not hitting up that dang own producer, then that's where you're wrong. Because at the end of the day, ownership is also something that I learned that we got to learn more about. So if you're not hitting up them producers, then look, you're not doing it the right way. But there's a lot of good producers out here that's local. Shout out to CJ Da Vinci. He's a good producer too. That's actually been at the OLP. He actually produced a lot of people's music around our area as well. But when I find my beats, I just, you know, look through them like, okay, I like that beat, but I want a different vibe. So I think about like, all right, cool. Let me think of something like New York. Let me think of something about like Detroit. Let me think about something like, you know what I'm saying, I want to sing a little bit. So it's just about my vibe at the time. I don't ever really know, to be honest with you. That's how I go.
Everybody got their own styles and their own ways of going
Yeah.
about stuff.
But one thing I do, if I ever, like, for example, type beats is a good thing to look up whenever you trying to find a wave, right? So anytime that I look up a certain type of beat, I'm not trying to go off of that artist. So if I look up let's say a Pop Smoke type beat, right? I'm not trying to rap like Pop Smoke on that Pop Smoke type beat. You see what I'm saying? Because me personally, I'm not him. I can't be him. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not trying to do that. But it's like these producers, if you actually, like I said, go on BeatStars and actually follow them and actually tap in with them on the emails, they'll give you mad deals. They'll literally sell you exclusive rights for the ones that you literally only pay $50 for, and you only get certain licenses just because they messing with you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, beat selections is kind of hard, but it comes to you whenever you feeling it. No cap.
That's fast. That's free game right there.
Be honest with you.
Well, we about to wrap it up, man. Is there anything you want to say to your fans, say to the world before we head out of here?
I'm gonna say, everybody stay blessed. Stay up in all the hard times, because a lot of people right now is going through a changing mode, like around the months of October and November and also December. When you get to the ending of the year, a lot of things start to change, and then, you know, the holiday season come up, people start to feel down because they lost their loved ones, things like that, and they not around. But I just want to say, everybody stay up, stay blessed. Keep whoever you feel that you need to pray to and everything like that, or if you pray to yourself, stay in tune with that person, and, you know, always believe in yourself, and, you know, keep going up, because that's the only way we're going to be able to make it as a community. Because everything I try to do is for the community. I'm not only doing this for myself, but I do want to say, if you are still tuned in, again, November 16th, Wednesday, I do have a headlining opportunity at the B-side. I will be headlining. It is $10 for a ticket. I do have physical tickets. If you need the ticket through the Eventbrite link, it is in my bio, or I could go ahead and send you that as well. Friday, we are going to be at the Artist Block, OLP, and we're going up from there. We're always going to go up. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. It was a great opportunity. I appreciate OLP for the opportunity. Lyric, I appreciate you. Shout out to Carmen. Shout out to the whole OLP. I appreciate everybody, to be honest with you, all the supporters as well.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you too. Again, I appreciate your patience and all that.
Yeah,
And hopefully we'll do this again in the future.
for sure.
I'm actually excited to see your damn performance tomorrow.
Hey, I had to do something special. Hey, again, it was inspired by this. So like we could go ahead and go back from this. Like we're gonna watch the actual performance and we could actually think about it like, yo, he just said he was gonna do this song. And I never performed this song before. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it's gonna be a turned up time for y'all. But yeah, it's a nice song too. You're gonna feel really motivated by it, no cap.
Hell yeah. But shit, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, man.
You do the same, man.
We're in the chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, we out.
OG.